Hello, everybody. Good evening. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined our open call yesterday. We had a fantastic call last night. We got to meet new people. It was absolutely wonderful to get feedback. For me, to see who is on the other side of the screen. So it was a great opportunity to come and share where you are at in your journey. And I want to tell my big thank you from the bottom of my heart, guys. It was wonderful to seeing you and enjoying your company. So it went almost for 2 hours. So now we have we have 2 times a month, 2 meetings. It might be changing a little bit, but that yesterday we had guests, so it was just nice to have some fresh faces and learning more about people who are on this journey with us. And what was really exciting for me that there are people from all walks of life, and one thing that I saw in common, that I saw positivity. I saw people who are courageous, who think out of the box, and I really felt a lot of appreciation coming, and it just melts my heart because just like everybody else, being a human, it's nice to know that what you do is helping and encouraging, inspiring. In some ways I didn't even know, but I want to say thank you guys for making the time. And once in a while we'll have open calls, and when we have the VIP club, when we just have the members, we really go into depths on things and just sharing personal stuff, and it does feel like a great support and learning group. So my deep appreciation, guys. And I really discovered something new yesterday too, that some of you watching, thank you, Jorgen. I appreciate you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. I've discovered yesterday, guys, something that some people watching the videos for encouragement and entrepreneurship. Some people in my club want to know more about entrepreneurship. They want to know how to make some side income so they can travel, so they can do all these things. So we will actually have maybe in a couple of weeks. We're gonna have a call dedicated to entrepreneurship, side income, and I will have people, including myself, who actually doing that and doing well with that. So that'd be a separate topic, because all things in this life are connected. So I actually, guys, I'll be honest with you, I was delighted to know that some of you are watching me not because you necessarily want to marry Ukrainian woman or travel to Ukraine, although you kind of like that idea, but some people following the motivational videos and somewhat entrepreneurship, and just kind of regaining hope in the beautiful things, all the good old values, and just hope that things are like, there is a lot of positive things in this life. And when I hear feedback like that, it's really encouraging me back to keep going and just keep working, keep being on this journey, because all of us we also sometimes have self-doubt, and including myself. So it was wonderful to see you guys yesterday. It really meant a lot to me, and I'm looking forward to to have more meetings and meeting more people, because we can learn from everybody. Which brings me to the message today, and the topic is desperation or exploration. So this topic is connected with what the experience I had yesterday. So some people, when they travel, especially when they travel to Ukraine, they have this goal, this like idea. Okay, when I travel, I do my very best. I got to meet somebody. I have to do something about it. And I don't see nothing wrong with having a goal and having a vision, but sometimes when we come from the place of being desperate, it doesn't really serve us well, and it might not give you such a great experience in what you do. And I'll explain what I mean. When you go into Ukraine from the place of excitement, from the place of discovering, from a place of making new friends, learning the culture, experience life, experience a different style of life, experience the architecture, the history, the food, the cultures, the dancing, the all the what life have to offer. You are starting at a much better point when you just maybe went through breakup, or just been for a long time in a place of disconnect or so-called unlock with women, and you want to go for that reason. You just want to fill up the void. You want to just get in contact with somebody and maybe pay a whole bunch of money and try to fill up the void with the person, just to show yourself and somebody that here I come, I'm somebody needing me, Thank you for the hearts, guys. I know you're listening. So when you kind of acting as if okay, I gotta make this happen. You put so much pressure on yourself, and instead of enjoying the experience, instead of exploring and just like taking a break from the world, the world, here, your job, your responsibilities, sometimes most amazing things happen when we recharge. And that's why people do meditation. That's why people maybe stay in the mountains. Maybe that's why people sometimes travel to the resorts when between seasons, to just kind of rejuvenate the spirit. And I think trip to Ukraine could be also one of those trips. You will definitely have a lot more social life and social interactions, and if that was meant to be, if that's a destiny, it's very much likely that you will connect with somebody and you will make friends and you might meet your potential love. But if you come into Ukraine with a place of desperation, and in every woman you meet, you feel like, okay, this has to be my wife, you have very big chances of just being so obsessed that you won't even enjoy the trip. So coming from the place of adventure, exploring, excitement, discovering is a much better place. And just opening yourself for new experiences. You might even say, what, this is awesome, but I feel that is too much for me. I love being here as a guest. I'm enjoying the culture, but I don't know if that's what I want. That's also possible. And you can see I always talk about Kiev, Ukraine, because I was born there. I would not tell you anything good or bad about other cities, but that is my city. And you can kind of get the feel of it, It's very outgoing, it's very sophisticated, it's very historical. It has many faces, but it is definitely one of the most beautiful cities in Europe and probably in the world too, just because of the historical, the historical, amazing, incredible, rare buildings and places, and the food and people. The combination of it makes it unique and beautiful. So it was the exploration, and I feel that it's like a restart button. Sometimes you go for an experience and you don't even know what things it will trigger in your mind, what kind of person you're going to be when you come back. Sometimes we need to take these experiences with no strings attached and just go for a ride, just enjoy that ride, not being so focused on the outcome, what's going to come, what's going to happen. Because let's be honest, some of you guys, and just in general, some people aren't really ready yet to commit to somebody else, to really do it all over again. Sometimes you gotta take some time for yourself and just reconnect and see what buttons this will trigger. Maybe it will trigger you to travel more in your life, maybe to learn another language, maybe it will trigger you to start eating right and dressing well and working out and just become more of a man that got it all together. You just don't know. New places trigger incredible buttons in us. So being open and kind of enjoying that fantastic discovery and mystery in a way, because it is an adventure, and just being open, being ready to receive, being ready to be joyful without expecting some particular things in return. And if you have some troubles, or some challenges during the trip, that's also part of it, sometimes I feel like people want to have like this in a box all-inclusive resort experience, and it's not real life. Real life is exploration, is emotions, is I don't know, dancing on the roof. Well, I don't know particularly. I can definitely promise you dancing on the streets, because last year when I was in Ukraine, there was people dancing in the middle of the city, in the middle of the day, dancing Latin, Latin music, right on the bank of a river. Okay, is it better now? Sorry guys, I just get a message that my mic dropped. Dancing on the bank of a river, doing things, just experience real life. It's the real life isn't only to wake up, eat, do what you're supposed to do, and go to bed. So it might really be the great recharging experience for yourself. You gotta place yourself, guys, in a place of joy, in a place of being fulfilled, excited about life. Because I talk to many men, and a lot of men feel down. They feel they went through some things, and guys, it's life. I totally get it. But before you trying to do before you're trying to grab somebody and stuff them in that hole inside of your soul, you better give yourself that feeling where you feel alive, where and you did it on your own. Because if you do it with help of somebody else, if something happens with them, or you again depending on somebody else, they have to be there in order for you to feel good. You gotta find those triggers that make you feel great regardless. Maybe it's some creative things, whatever it is. But anyways, guys, the topic is desperation or exploration. Make your trip to Ukraine or any other country going as an exploration. Don't be so much attached to the outcome, and don't take it as a job. As entrepreneurs are saying, don't take it as a job. Just discover, just enjoy every single moment of it. It's almost like there should be a practice, waking up every day in the morning and ask, okay, between things that I gotta do and have to be done, how about doing something that will make me feel joyful today, that will make me feel fulfilled? And same attitude should be going to Ukraine or any other country. Maybe you're going to South Africa. I don't know where you're going, but you gotta have that thing that without counting on anybody else, you have a great experience. You just living in the moment. Yeah, Billy is saying exactly what I'm preaching here today. You gotta be, you gotta enjoy being on your own. That's a part of a happy everything, of happy life, of happy, of just being on this journey. If you enjoy being on your own, you are already there. Everything else is a side effect. We got all those things inside of us. And when it's joy and love and appreciation and adoration and exploration and excitement, all our friends, our friends, our loved people, our special people, our significant others, they are just a side effect of what we bring to the table, of what we actually experience ourselves. That is true. When we have bad relationships, guess where it's coming from. But that's another topic, guys. Today I just want to say, push some buttons that will trigger and kind of get your juices flowing again, get your thirst for life again, get your adventure again. Some of you guys are worrying about, getting older and, trying to do some things like with your body, and it's all good and it's all important. I mean, we all, all of us want to stay in a, young, fresh spirit. So, but part of people getting old, and it can happen very early, is that they stop being adventurous. They look for too many conditions and they act out of desperation. They act out of, oh God, I don't have any other options. I'm going to grab to this. I'm going to grab on that. And the truth is, when you are open and your door is open, it's easy to be with you. You radiate happiness by yourself. You probably want to be by yourself, if you know what I mean. When you have that going inside of you, things are already happening for you. When you keep floating in this happy vibe. So I can promise you, if you come to Ukraine, in particular, you guys know I'm planning to go in July again. If you come with a spirit of adventure, of fun, of discovery, of just giving yourself a gift that you deserved, you're gonna have a fantastic time. You're gonna enjoy it very, very much. So, and I see that people are agreeing with what I'm saying. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate that. Thank you, Chuck, Bryce, Jorgen, everybody who's on the call. Thank you, guys. I'm happy to having people who are having great attitude about life on my calls. So it means a lot to me. And I think, whatever we do, we should always try as much as we can detach from the outcome that much and just enjoy the process. Make sure we are living, When you work for 11 months or 11 and a half months and you have 2 weeks off a year, but you hate what you do in those 12 months, I don't think you're going to be happy in those 2 weeks. So, I think we are all capable of changing the attitude, and when we, especially, if we come into a relationship and we start with, with a new person and we start with complaining about the old person, I don't think that's going to be a happy ending or even beginning. So the reason why I would like to encourage you to recharge yourself is because when you come back in a different state, you attract totally different kind of people, because you are a different kind of person when you are recharged and happy, and you don't hold grudges, and you don't find fault, and you don't get offended by everybody else. When you come in that state, you are refreshed, you're gonna, people who are have the same or similar vibe will be gathering around you. And that's one of the things why it's a refreshing, rejuvenating trip to Ukraine, because sometimes it's not the right time to start a relationship, and you can still go for a trip and have a lot of fun. Because I never heard once about a story of person who is pretty miserable and come into a new relationship, not ready yet for a relationship, somebody who had not take any time to rejuvenate and find their creative spots to feel good about life, and you jump into new relationship, and you expect with that to fill the void, and yet you're kind of dragging that person in the negativity from your past relationship, where they are not responsible for it. You already conditioning them not to do this, not to do that, and you kind of just complaining. So basically what I'm saying, that trip to Ukraine could be amazing, because it's kind of like equivalent of the going to a therapy for a month. You can go for a month to Ukraine, or for a week or for 2 weeks, and having a therapy by having a new experience, refreshing and fun and delightful, and choose to see the good and the beautiful. So, you know, maybe if you need therapy, maybe you should stay and have it. Maybe you should have both. But I think that new emotions and new actions trigger us to change the state of how we feel. Sometimes we have to take an action, not waiting before we feel better, because once we take these actions, we would once we take these actions, the way we feel would change. You know how sometimes you don't feel like working out, and you're like, oh, but then, you know, you drag yourself, and then once you're there, you're all over the place, you're having a great time, your endorphins are releasing, and then when you're out, you're in a different state. So sometimes you gotta jump and explore and have fun, and that will trigger your whole existence, and everything you want will come to you when you stop resisting, blaming, complaining. So I went into more, basically covered a bit more than just traveling with a desperation or exploration, but I know you got what I'm saying, guys. And hey, Aaron and Chuck, I don't know that I necessarily agree, Chuck, with that what you're saying. Chuck is saying that 5 to 7 years to remarry or get married again before you don't even... No, I don't necessarily agree. It depends how you feel. I mean, everybody is different. I would agree that you definitely need to get yourself some time to just, live with no strings attached, because relationship always puts some kind of, always put some things, some conditions, some, you connecting with other, and it definitely affects what you're doing. So you got to be ready for that one. Yes, I love what Kevin is saying. Kevin is saying detox yourself from your past relationship. Absolutely. It's so important, because the person you're meeting is fresh and new. They have nothing to do with your experiences, and very often you transfer your pain on them, and this relationship gets compromised very quickly. But that's another topic, guys. Thank you so very much, guys. I'm just hopping in. Actually, I'm here in the darkness. I mean, kind of in the darkness, so that's why I have this light. So, Kevin is saying that his mom told him 1 month for every year. I don't know. It could be true. It could make sense. But I think, when you have the goal to be happy, when you have the goal to build yourself, rebuild yourself, and do amazing things, they're probably not an exact number, because we are all different. But you will feel when things are right. The thing is, when things are right, the most amazing things that you're just welcoming all the beautiful people in your life when you are in the right place. So I appreciate you guys spending some time with me. Feel free if you have some ideas for more videos or live videos. It's always great to see you. And once again, seeing your feedback make my juices flowing, guys. I want you to know how much it means to me that you coming on and you engaging, you doing some things, you considering changing some things, because my channel isn't just about relationship, it's not just about finding love, it's not just about traveling, it's also about just finding that place in life when you love to be you, when you love to wake up in the morning, when you love your life, when you are love, you are overflowing with it, and you are ready to share with others, and you're ready to just enjoy, have more people on your journey. You will get to that point. And last call again was a wonderful experience. So means a lot to me, guys. It really does. It never gets old when you get a feedback, when it's genuine. It's really very encouraging, and I wish you guys the same in whatever you do. Pay attention on those people who appreciate your work rather than on those that are quick to criticize and find what's wrong with you, because all of you are doing important things in life. You're doing your best at your work, at your business, with your responsibility. Pay more attention to those that uplift you and bring joy. So with that being said, guys, I wish you a wonderful night, and I will see you very soon. Thank you.